So you were in the military, you said?
No, I
No.
grew up under a brutal military dictatorship.
Oh, yeah.
So I know what totalitarianism looks like.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 15, one of my
Are you okay if I
childhood-
film you?
No, no.
Okay.
When I was 15 years old, one of my childhood friends was kidnapped, tortured, and murdered by that military dictatorship. And so when I turned 18, I was allowed to vote. And even though I had to sign the ballot and put my fingerprint on it, I voted for the opponent of the dictator. That was my way of saying to the dictatorship, I refuse to acknowledge the legitimacy of your administration.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a peaceful, non-violent person, but within the bounds of the law, I wish to express my opposition to your dictatorship.
Yeah.
I was not about to go join the communist rebels or the other violent groups that wanted to overthrow the government.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good point.
It's the way of peace.
Yeah. There
Okay?
you go.
I believe in dialogue,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm here mostly to listen. And what I'm hearing is a lot of anger and hate and people talking past each other
Mhm.
and not engaging in a good faith effort to try and understand where each other's coming from. I hear a lot of hurt as well. This is what I'm getting. But I'm using my previous experience
Yeah.
to try and understand the context in which these disagreements are being framed.
Mm-hmm.
And it pains me to see people who could otherwise sit down and have a real conversation shouting past each other.
Yeah.
To me, that's part of the tragedy of this whole context.
Yeah. Because you understand where it can lead.
Well,
Correct.
yes, because you cannot have a civil society
Yeah.
unless people are willing to engage in good faith dialogue
Mhm.
instead of performative virtue signaling.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem.
Mhm.
Most people want to say, I'm more virtuous than you. You don't get any by doing that, because what happens is that people get defensive. They get
Mhm.
riled up. They say, you're threatening my self-concept. And I'm going to say, look, I'm a member of the same human family you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like when my son was 12, I took him to the homeless shelter and I said to him, listen, we don't know why they're here. They could be mentally ill. They could be fleeing domestic violence. They could have a substance abuse problem.
Yeah.
What we do know, without asking any of them, is that they all belong to the same human family that you and I are part of. Never lose sight of that fact. So no matter how angry someone gets, as long as they're not threatening you, with life and limb, try to have a dialogue with them. It's
I agree.
we will never achieve peaceful coexistence if we're constantly trying to get at each other's throats. And this is, look at what's happening in so many parts of the world. People refuse to sit down and have a good faith dialogue. I come from a country where there's multiple factions, Muslim separatists, communist rebels,
Yeah.
and other groups. And I said, we're going to tear our country apart if we never come to the table and have a reasonable discussion about how we can live together. Now, I wish I had more training in conflict resolution. I don't. I wish I had formal training in it. But I've always been of the opinion that you need cooler heads. People who are willing to say, listen, look, I
What do
know.
you think of this message here? Children practice puberty blockers.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Let's take a pause.
You got good wisdom.
This guy's Twitter
You got
page.
good wisdom, that's for sure.
He's filming you, so he can make fun of you.
Right now.
Okay.
Personality.
Tell me goes
around. He goes downtown. It's okay.
He's a fucking rage page.
Live or right. And he was